Welcome, Shattered Suns, 7 clan members. This is a series we're going to do each week, entitled Guns of the Week. And for the first week, we're going to focus on a particular hand cannon, a legendary hand cannon that sometimes gets overlooked because of the exotic hand cannons that are out there. Seeing that the hand cannon is kind of the meta right now and the weapon of choice for folks that are playing within the Crucible, I want to focus on another valuable option to take into battle with you. That option being the Ill Will hand cannon. I know a lot of us have gotten this weapon as a drop while playing the Crucible. I see them drop quite frequently. Some can have great rolls on it, but there's a specific role and 2 specific skill sets they want to look for when getting your Ill Will to be a valuable source and a substitute for maybe a Hawk Moon, a Thorn, or a Last Word. So in that particular case, we're going to compare my Ill Will to my exotic hand cannon, the Hawk Moon. The Hawk Moon was assigned to the Titan because the other 3 exotic hand cannons, the other 2 exotic hand cannons, Thorn and Last Word, are assigned to the Warlock and to the Hunter respectively. So when we take a look at this Ill Will compared to the Hawk Moon, we see that the biggest factor within the Ill Will skill set right off the bat, the stat tree, is that the impact is highest amongst all hand cannons. So that thing is going to pack a punch when you put bullets down range at your target. The Hawk Moon has the highest hitting amongst the exotics, and the Ill Will actually beats that out. It has a variable comparison as far as the fire rate between the 2 weapons. Ill Will and Hawk Moon relatively the same. The range doesn't really play too much of a factor within Destiny, so it wasn't a big focus of mine. Stability was definitely a big focus of mine because out of the gate, the Ill Will has extremely low stability, and the reload speed for this gun is extremely low. So you want to make sure that when you're shooting, that the bullets you have within the Ill Will, that they're hitting their target. So we're going to need to do something about finding a perk that increases our stability because the stability is so low, and we only have so many rounds because the magazine is almost half of what the Hawk Moon is. So the 2 comparable things within the stat trees that you're looking for and the perks for the Ill Will that you want to find that makes it comparable to the Hawk Moon is basically luck in the chamber. 1 random bullet within the magazine is going to do considerable bonus damage. Considering that the magazine of the Ill Will is already low, having 1 bullet that's going to do basically double the damage as a standard bullet from the gun, that can really help you within a gunfight. So luck in the chamber is the first one you want to look for when rolling this weapon. And when I say rolling this weapon, you're just going to the tower, hitting up the gunsmith, bring with you motes of light, weapon parts. You'll need to have the gun, and you should have quite a bit of glimmer on you. And all the secondary weapons from the second DLC and going forward hopefully can be re-rolled. So if you have your Ill Will, try to re-roll it. And again, we're looking for some specific perks to make this Ill Will valuable for us to take into battle and take with us, as a substitute to some of those exotics. So you'll notice that, again, we were talking about luck in the chamber. That's comparable to the Hawk Moon. 1 random bullet in the magazine does double damage. And then another one that you need to find is Final Round. We've all gotten killed by a Final Rounder, be it from an Effort-Eat Spear, the Thorn Final Round, Fellwinter's Lie, Found Verdict. There's a lot of weapons that have Final Round, and that's basically a 1-shot, 1-kill type deal. So my setup on my Ill Will, when I rolled this thing, I wanted to make sure I had Final Round and luck in the chamber. If I could do something to increase the stability, all the better. But considering that the factory settings for the gun, the stability is low, the magazine size low, it's at 7. I wanted to make sure that if I had 7 bullets, that I know that 2 of those bullets are going to really hit and possibly 1-shot, 1-kills. So luck in the chamber must have, Final Round must have. If you look at the sights for the most part, they're all kind of all the same. You can find some that kind of enhances things here and there within the stability and range, but you're not really focusing on that. You're focusing on the 2 perks that we mentioned, the Final Round and luck in the chamber. That's what you're rolling, and that's what you're spending most of lights on to roll and find. So again, you can take this Ill Will as a substitute to maybe one of those exotic hand cannons. But in this particular case, there is actually a 3rd perk you can be looking for. because again, we talked about stability. Stability is extremely low on this gun. You know, it's something that it's going to kick like a mule if we don't have any stability on it. So we were able to find something that does that, and it's actually within the bottom skill tree. It's called braced frame. It increases the stability but reduces the magazine size from 7 to 5. But that actually plays in our favor, having 5 rounds and knowing that 2 out of those 5 rounds are really going to hit and almost be one-shot, one kills. That makes this gun a beast and a kill machine on the battlefield. You know, lightweight and armor-piercing rounds, the other 2 skills, you know, options within this particular layout for this ill will isn't really viable for me. You know, I don't need armor-piercing rounds because it doesn't do anything for my stability, and I have other weapons that can give me agility if I need it. But look for, again, luck in the chamber and final round, and then you're going to want to find something that increases the stability as well, so it can be really, you know, accurate when you're firing and taking aim with those 5 shots that you have at a target that's, you know, coming on to you there. So if it comes around the corner, you got 5 shots, you know, 2 out of those 5s are going to be, you know, one shot, one kills type deals. But why would you want to bring the ill will as opposed to the Hawkwind, the Thorn, or the Last Word, or another exotic hand cannon as opposed to exotic hand cannons? Because it allows you to free up those other 2 classes, be it special weapons or heavy weapons, to put an exotic in that place. Right now I'm running the ill will, the Praetor's Revenge as a sniper rifle, and it allows me to put the Gallahorn in as my heavy weapon exotic. So again, the ill will, a good weapon to spend some motes of lights on and visit the gunsmith to find, you know, this particular roll. Look for it. It's the first one in our series of guns of the week. Next week we'll have another gun that, you know, has a tendency to get, you know, overlooked compared to some of the other guns that are kind of the meta right now. But ill will, if you have it, roll it. You can find some nice perks for it. Good luck out there, Shattered Suns, and we'll talk to you soon.